Hello. Hello, I'm Louise from BeHealing.com. I'm a psychic medium and an energy healer. I do offer private psychic readings and energy healings from my website, BeHealing.com. So if you are interested in one of those, you can get one of those. But this is a general energy healing session. Now it's going to look like I'm just sitting here meditating, because I am. The energy work is not something that I do with my body, my hands or anything like that. It's very much an internal process, but you should feel it happening. And so I'm just going to take you through a guided meditation first to get you into a very open state. If you want to receive from this energy healing, please place in the comments, open to receive. I was going to put that in the chat, but I forgot. Here it is. No, it's not. Okay. Well, if you could do that, that would be great. Post open to receive in the comments. Here we go. So, finding yourself a comfortable position, sitting or laying down. You might like to close your eyes for this, and just follow along with me. So, taking some deep breaths to start off, we're going to relax our nervous system first of all. So, take a deep breath in through your nose, and then breathe out slowly through pursed lips, out of your mouth. Almost like you're blowing out through a straw. Another deep breath in through the nose. And out through pursed lips. This is a very fast way to get your nervous system regulated and calm. Again, deep breath in through the nose. And then out through pursed lips, very slowly. So now you've probably taken yourself from a level 10 perhaps to a level 5. Let's take that even further by moving around the body, finding areas of tightness or any holding that we're doing, and letting that go. This is just going to make you more open and receptive. It's going to make the cells of your body more open and receptive once that nervous system's out of the way. So we'll start in our left toes, moving into the arch of the foot, letting go as we go. Into the heel of the left foot and the ankle, up the calf to the left knee, and from the left knee up the thigh to the left hip. Now feeling the femur within the hip bone, hip socket, and just relaxing, letting go of that leg. No need to hold on to that anymore. Into the right toes now, and the arch of the foot to the heel, the ankle, up the calf to the right knee. And from the right knee, let's move up the calf, the thigh to the hip. Feeling the femur within the hip socket and relaxing that, just letting go of that leg. From the hips, we'll move around the back to the glutes, feeling whatever the glutes are sitting or lying on. That point of contact, and letting the glutes melt away, allowing them to be supported by whatever you're on. Moving to the left fingers now, and into the palm of the hand, the thumb, and the wrist. From the wrist, we'll move to the left elbow, up the forearm. And then from the left elbow, we go up the bicep, the tricep, to the left shoulder. Now relaxing that left shoulder down and away from the ear. Into the right fingers now, and the thumb, the palm of the hand, to the wrist, up the forearm to the right elbow, and from the right elbow up the bicep and the tricep to the right shoulder, letting that shoulder relax down and away from the ear. Starting at the base of the spine, let's extend our spine slightly, so getting a little bit taller, a little bit longer. Moving up the spine, and then once we get to the neck, let's move our our right ear to our right shoulder. behind our left ear to our left shoulder. And then look over your right shoulder. And then over your left shoulder. Back to neutral again. Look up to the sky. And then down towards your belly. Letting your head rest where it's nice and balanced so that your neck can be relaxed now. And let's move into the jaw. Relaxing the jaw. If you want to open your mouth wide to relax it and release it, you can do that. And then closing your mouth gently, let's rest the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Moving into the cheeks. The eyeballs moving back and down into their eye sockets. The eyebrows moving apart and down. The forehead relaxing. And the scalp. Now shifting your focus to your third eye, which is a point between the eyebrows but slightly up from there. Keep your focus on that point. You might notice distractions coming and going, noises outside of you, bodily sensations inside of you, thoughts, subconscious mind prattling on about whatever it prattles on about. Just notice it all and try and remain present and aware, open to receive this healing energy. As I said at the start, it's going to seem like I'm just sat here meditating because that's what I do. The energy healing isn't done with my body. It's done from the higher part of myself. I'll be passing on messages along as I go as well. Now, as I'm generating this healing energy, you might feel it. There's a tingling in your body, a warmth. You might notice your hands tingling. You might feel a lightness of your body or a heaviness in your body. And you might also see colors and lights with your eyes closed as well. If you have any symptoms or discomforts at the moment, you might notice them intensify just a little bit throughout this energy healing as we're working on those areas, or the energy healing is working on those areas. It can intensify just a little bit. So just be aware of that. If you haven't already, post open to receive in the comments, that would be awesome. And click like on this video as well. So as I'm generating this energy, it's going out to each and every one of you that are watching this, either the replay or the live. You might feel sensations in your body as that energy moves through your body to particular areas where it's needed. You don't have to consciously do anything for this. Just be present and aware in your meditation and notice what goes on inside of you. Working on someone's jaw now. You might be able to feel that in the left side of your jaw if this is you. It feels like tightness to me. Perhaps teeth grinding or any of those jaw problems that we get. And if that's you, with the jaw stuff going on, especially on the left side of the jaw, it's related to, or tightness in the jaw is just for you in particular, this isn't for everybody. It's related to an imbalance in the body. It feels like it's instigating from the jaw. Tightness in one area can transfer to the rest of the body, and it can go down like a chain from one side to the other. So from your left jaw to your right shoulder, or your right neck to your left shoulder, and then, right hip to the left knee and the right ankle. It goes like that, in that kind of way. The sequence that we did at the start to get you into this meditative state, it's a good thing to do regularly, because that jaw tension, it often comes from anxiety or the nervous system being on edge, ready for something. Now, it's very difficult to change the default settings of our nervous system. How your nervous system was wired as a child, unfortunately for a lot of us, is what persists as the default. And we need to learn to live with that, just as everything else about ourselves too. Knowing ourselves and learning how to regulate ourselves, or learning how to not just recognize things that perhaps in our character or in our bodies don't really serve us, knowing how to get around that so that we can be healthy and have healthy relationships and healthy responses. So even though we can't change the default settings of our nervous system, we can work with it. We can know that we tend toward anxiety, or if we don't do certain things, That's why it's so important to meditate, to have relaxation practices. And that can look like rest, relaxation, recovery too. Recovery time is very important if you're, like me, an athlete. Or even if you're not an athlete, if you're just from whatever it is that you do in the day. Not fighting our nervous systems, not quote unquote healing them, which I found it's impossible to do. To change our nervous system, it's impossible to do. We have these settings, but we can know ourselves. And know how to help ourselves, how to love ourselves, how to take care of ourselves. Knowing perhaps that we need to get up 10 minutes earlier to have a 10-minute meditation, breath work, to set your day off with a calmer nervous system. It's good to know ourselves like this and give ourselves permission to do what it is that we need to do to take care of ourselves. That too can look like and sound like asking for some space, or saying that you just need some time to yourself to regulate. You're allowed to do that. Whether you're at work, or whether it's in a personal relationship, know what benefits you and what your needs are, and then ask for those needs and give yourself what it is that you need. You're allowed. Okay, now I'm tuning into someone else now. It could be the same person, in fact. But an issue in particular, and it feels like exactly what it is to me. It feels like an excess of energy in the feet, a lack of grounding. I'm talking about physical grounding now, not like an illusion of grounding, not a meditation of grounding. I'm talking about actually putting your feet on the ground outside, on rock, on sand, on soil, on grass, not concrete and not inside. To physically ground, to get those ions through your body. It feels like an excess from a lack of grounding, an excess of energy. It can make us feel very restless. It stops the blood from flowing around the body properly. It creates all kinds of problems in our bodies by not being grounded. For me, I had high blood pressure because of a lack of grounding. I only found out because of going to the hospital every day when I had a wound on my leg and they were cleaning it every day. The days when I walked on the beach before I went to the hospital, my blood pressure was down, normal. The days that I didn't, it was up high. We all need to ground every single day, a few times a day. It's not natural for us to be in shoes, rubber-soled shoes, and disconnected from the earth physically. And we can also do it through the grounding mats and grounding sheets. I've got a grounding sheet on my bed, a grounding mat underneath my desk. Which in fact I'm going to touch now just to dissipate that energy. Being open to receive. And then just remaining present so that you can feel this energy and where it goes to in your body. Okay, this is very specific. I was taken into someone's intestines. There's inflammation there. There's problems with the digestive tract. And I was shown the number 5. The number 5 is actually on a packet, the name of something that you're eating. It could be like 5 grains or something like that. Stop eating that. In fact, I would say to stop eating everything that comes out of a packet, but that's just me. It's a good idea to drink plenty of water after this energy healing too. Being hydrated helps the cells to heal themselves. Our bodies know how to heal themselves, but we do have to stop harming it. We have to stop putting in it what hurts it. And we have to regulate ourselves so that it's got this space and energy, because when we're anxious, when we're stressed, it just can't. It's got to be on high alert for whatever is stressing us out. It needs to be ready to run or to fight. It does not divert the energy into healing. And so it's important that we do learn how to regulate ourselves, to be calm and relaxed as often as possible. of course, to sleep well too. And if we're putting in the nutrients that our body needs as well, all of that, and water, and our bodies, they know how to heal themselves. Okay. So there's someone who's to be honest, it feels like on the verge of crying. Very high emotional energy. Through feeling like there's a lack of support, both from people and from the universe as well. The universe is always supporting us. Sometimes we turn it away. We can turn it away, that support that we really need, through a lack of trust. And trust isn't something that we can just do automatically. It needs to be built in some kind of a way. Now, if we're talking about trust of another person, then they need to show us that they can be trusted, doing the things that foster trust in us. It shouldn't just be given out to anybody. And it's the same with the universe. So how can we build trust with the universe? Well, we can ask for things. Small things, start small. Because when we ask for the big things, our trust will actually prevent it from coming in, or lack of trust will prevent it from coming in. But if you just ask for the small things, simple things like, let me see a butterfly, or just anything like that, building up the trust and noticing, remaining present, noticing until it becomes very clear that the universe is supporting us and supporting you. So many people just try and build up trust, ask for the biggest things, the things that are worrying them so much. Just ask for that, which is just the biggest reach. That's not building trust. Don't meet a new person and say, well, let's get married. You get to know them. You do it little by little. So don't go to the end game. Don't go to the most worrying thing. Build up trust slowly. So you could be asking for an answer to something. You could be asked to be shown some information or to hear some information. I call it living life like you're in conversation with the universe, like talking to your guides all the time, not all the time, but a lot throughout the day. You do have a spiritual team, you have a higher self. Source is always there for you. But we do need to start talking to it. So I'm just going to take all of that energy that you've all received now and just kind of wrap it up, seal it in. So gently coming out of the meditation, or feel free to stay in it if you want to as well, if you're enjoying this energy. It will likely keep on going as well, especially if you have made that space in your body for the innate healing that it does to be done. Thank you for joining me for this energy healing. If you would like a private energy healing or psychic reading, you can find that on my website, behealing.com. Now, in a few minutes, I'm about to start a live show for the members of this channel, where I'll be pulling cards out and doing readings for people. If you'd like to join that, you find a join button just below and you'll be invited to that right away. But thank you again, and I will see you next time. If you could like this video, that would be awesome, and subscribe to my channel too. Bye.